The prone hip car is a variation of our hip-controlled articular rotation, but we're allowing gravity to act differently on our hip musculature. You'll find some parts of the movement a bit easier doing it this way, and you'll find some parts of the movement a bit more difficult. But we start by getting our hands a little bit wider on the ground, just so we have a bit of a wider base of support. Because you're going to be kicking your knees out laterally, it helps to have a bit of a wider hand position. So from here, you pull your knee up towards your chest as hard as you possibly can. So all of these movements are trying to be at the end range of motion. So you pull your knee up towards your chest, and then from there you kick the knee out like you're a dog taking a whiz, and then at the end range where the knee has come out as far as it possibly can, just try and lead with the ankle at this point. So try and make the ankle go up towards the ceiling slightly ahead of the knee. That forces you into internal rotation. As that happens, you probably won't be able to keep the knee up towards your head as much as it was. So as a result, it'll drop down slightly, but the objective is still to try and get the foot and the ankle close to the ceiling as you go outwards with the knee. And then once you've reached the furthest outwards position, you're then trying to get the furthest up position for your heel. This should be close to max extension for your hip. You're also trying to pull the heel towards the glute, so we're kind of getting maximum quad lengthening in this position too. Instead of returning back in the same way that we came out, we perform like a full loop. So I keep my heel pulled in towards my bum and then try and drag my knee up and then continue the movement for another rep. So pull my knee up towards my chest and kick out, and then repeat the process for the desired number of reps that you're doing. Whilst you're doing this, you should be trying to keep your pelvis sort of still. It will have some movement in it, but you're just trying to reduce that. You're trying to make most of the movement come from the hip and not the pelvis, because your pelvis is not your hip and your hip is not your pelvis.